Okay, so we'll start with the obvious. Original lock cylinder, replacement lock cylinder. Do we see the problems? I don't know, somebody may have locked the glove box and not been able to get back in it and had to break this, but it's been replaced twice. I don't know if it being keyed had something to do with it or not, but I ordered a push button without the lock, so that we can have a functional glove box again. I was gonna reuse the retainer here, but the new one was dollars, so we're gonna stick this in the box of original pieces, parts, and call it a day, and move on. But I've got a little package here. I got some parts. Show you what I got here. Just get that out of here. Well, we got us a brand new lock cylinder. Well, not lock cylinder, but latch. Looks really nice. We've got some other goodies in here. Got a new retainer, new throttle return spring, gasket for the latch, and I've got me a new firewall grommet for when I replace the oil pressure sender line. And I've got two different lines here because I don't know which one to get. One of them has the sharp pointed end, and the other one in there has a blunt type end, so cover both of those, I suppose. But anyway, let me get this cracked open real quick here. There we go. So, throttle return spring that I bent. I got here's the original. So you can see it's definitely seen better days. I accidentally overextended that spring coil there, and after you do that, I don't want to reuse it. So got a new one. That'll be nice. I think there's one other spring on there I need to replace, plus the clutch return, just to freshen it up. Man, that thing feels really nice. So got that, and then my grommet. It's really nice grommet. They keep the holes in there apparently plugged, and you can cut out which ones you want to use. So that's really nice. I've got my new pretty latch there. Release, I mean. I need to get me a little grease and put in there prior to installation. And this is the replacement retainer I was talking about. Definitely a better looking piece. New screw, washer, a couple of gaskets. I guess they send two, I only ordered one. But anyway, let me find some grease to put in this thing, and we'll go from there. I'm sure my hands are getting in the way a little bit, but figured I'd show the installation of this thing. So this is what we'd been using to open and close the glove box. Stick that in there. Do a little fancy latch, and there it is. And it worked for a long time. Time to let that go. So need to get in here with the vacuum cleaner, but we'll do that later. So I've got two of these little gaskets here. Definitely don't need to use both. So I'm not sure exactly how this goes. I've Never installed one of these before, huh? Anybody else? I'm sure I'm doing this wrong. So, that goes through there. Okay, nice. A lot of squeaking. I like that. Okay, so where'd my retainer go? There's our retainer, washer, and our screw. So that goes on back there. I'm really not sure exactly. I think this is for something else. I think it was listed under these components, but doesn't actually go with it. But we'll save these for later, just in case. So, now we put our washer on and get our screw, our handy dandy screwdriver. This is a old school Craftsman. I think this is one that my dad gave me. It may be one out of my grandpa's collection. Not quite sure. Alright, we don't want to get that too tight there. Just good and snug. Alright, now that we got that installed, and I'm sure y'all don't mind that you missed the portion of me spraying grease in this thing. It's a little bit still coming out on the knob when I push it, but that's okay. I don't have to worry about any of those internal components. They're all properly lubricated. I guess let's see if it... Huh. Let's see, what do we not... Oh, I bet that latch tab needs to be adjusted as well. So, let's see. Will that come out of there easily? Need a longer screwdriver. Well, there's that one. I suppose the latch tab is bent from everyone having a break into this thing when they mess the key up or whatever. So that's the little latch tab. It seems to be in good shape. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to clean that up a little bit, make that surface look a little better, and then come back. So, pulled it out, got the surface nice and cleaned up. I should have showed you that, but I can show you that later. Anyway, now it's been adjusted and it latches. Just like it should. I didn't polish the whole thing, but just enough on that surface that it's nice and smooth for the latch. I'm sure over time of being closed, that'll smooth out, but I'll hit that with a little high gloss and see if that'll help smooth out the closing. It's not terrible. Well, original rubber bumpers are pretty stiff, but they're not bad. All right, I know y'all are really enjoying watching this thing open and close, so I guess let's move on to something else. Let's open these gaskets up and take a look at what we got here. I haven't cracked it open yet. So. the one between the intake manifold and the exhaust manifold, this one I'm not replacing because I'm not going to separate them to get down to that point. So this one will just stick around. And then here's our other ones. These are some good looking gaskets. So we will keep those ready, and sometime this week I'll try to put that intake manifold back on and see if we can get all that sealed up.